Hi everyone, this is Sarah from Card Crazy Cook. I have some new products to show you today. This is from Contact Craft and Bibi Cameron. Some new intense liquid colors. There's 5 different sets and I have 3 of them here. This is the Bohemian Regals, Retro Brights, and Sparkle Bases. So what they are is like a liquid paint. They're more like I would say a re-inker, dye re-inker. So you can do like watercolor with them or do some backgrounds. So I'm going to demonstrate how to watercolor die cuts with them. So a little later on, so I'm using the saffron. So these are more muted colors and these are more of the bright rainbow colors. And then in the sparkle bases, these are metallic. So you have your base metallic colors, gold, copper, silver, and bronze. You can do some quick water splatters with these, or you can mix them with the other colors and to create a metallic look. I would suggest if you want to stay true to your color, you add the silver, but if you want to warm the color up, you can add any of the other metallic colors. I've also put them in some mini misters, so you can then just mist either the gold. I did gold and silver. I have to buy some more of these because I want to get the copper and the bronze as well. So then I just have mini misters with the that in there, and I could just spray them. So these are definitely versatile. So I'm going to keep one out so I can demo that later. And she also has some stamp sets. I have the Happy Mail, and they come with blocks, so you can put your stamps on these blocks and then just store them like this. So they're ready to stamp when you're ready to go to stamp. You don't have to try to get them out of the packaging and put them all back in the packaging. They're just ready to go. So that's the Happy Mail. And then the good stuff inside. So I have my hello in there, so I've used that. I have my ink pad that I always use. So you just take it off and stamp your hello. Clean it off if you want, unless you're always using black. And then you just stick it back in for use later. Oops, I think I stamped that out of the camera, but there you go. And then here's some examples that I did. This was background that I made. I thought was pretty cool. You can die cut into some hearts or something for Valentine's. I just used the Retro Brights red, and I just squirted a little bit on my glass mat and then sprayed it with water and mixed it. And then just ink smushed it, dried, and layered it up, and then splattered on some of the gold. I would say it works better on the glass mat than it does the I use the, I don't know, the other mat, the plastic one. It kind of soaked into that. I don't know if mine's just all used up and need a new one, but it didn't work very well. Here's another background I did with ink smushing with some greens and blues mixture from both different packs, and then I used the silver spritz and just misted some silver on there to get that effect, which turned out pretty cool. I did also emboss on top. You can see how that just picked up the shine on there. This one is a watercolor look. So I watercolored with them and then painted the background. This was a cleanup of this paint, and then I just really used a lot of the intensity here and kind of swirled it out. That's cute. And then this one is just coloring die cuts on watercolor paper. So it's just some basic, using just basic technique of going lighter in the center to dark at the end. And I'll demonstrate that now. And I have that same die, and I used the saffron. I did use watercolor, and as you know, watercolor is different each time you use it. Oh, I feel like this is a lot more intense than last time. And I'm just using a very easy technique. I realize I have way too much liquid on my color on my paintbrush. So I am just cleaning off my paintbrush and going out and then just pulling the color to the end so it tints it just lightly. And I want this a little more intense. Another thing I found out you can, if you don't want it so intense, is to mix a little water in with the color. And then pull it out. I do like to go from the center darker. And I think I usually like to do the bottom layer, but I am on the top layer first. And that's where I kind of perfect what I'm gonna do on the bottom layer so that when I get to the top layer, it shows the best, shows the better painted one. As you can see, you can just keep adding color. And I'll probably need to dry it here. See, it's pretty easy to do watercolor with these inks, and they're pretty intense. So if you want to go more intense, add your colors, build your colors up. It's basically just like any other watercoloring, just to use a basic watercolor technique. Which I am not the best at. But that's basically the technique that I used. Did use good watercolor paper. This is 100 GSM hot press. Right, hot press, but whatever the one is that makes it a flat surface. That's what I used. There, kind of like this one better than my first one. Anyways, so you just keep layering it on, or you can take it off. As you can see, it was pretty easy. If you want lighter on the ends, how easy it is just to add some water and take that off. But I would, if you want to do a good technique like this, I'd suggest using the watercolor paper. I did try it out on Nina Classic Crest to get this type of look. It does work on that as well, so if you don't have watercolor paper, but if you want to actually do a watercolor look, it's best to do it on a watercolor paper to be able to do that look. Okay. Next, I was going to demonstrate some of the ink smishing. So since this is just straight color to that. I did add some water. I was just using my brush, but I did use my fingers. And then make smush. Heat dry. And if you want it not so concentrate, spray some water on there. Let's see. It just turns out really good. I don't know why. I just ink smishing with this medium is, I enjoy it better than others. Okay. Dry that off. Clean up my thing, and then one last thing is the sparkle bases. Is that right? Oh, sparkle base, and I'm just adding some gold to that. I know it's gold on yellow, not a good idea. Should have done a bronze, but hopefully you can see that it does sparkle a lot. And they are, this is really amazing. You can also just take this out, and if you just want some splatters, just take that out, and then you have a way to splatter, and you're already set up. So you can do 2 different ways, or you can use it straight out of the bottle with a paintbrush. It's just some ideas. I hope you enjoyed the video, and we'll see you next time.